So I've got a bunch of frames in there. This is all the uncapped nectar and partially capped honey frames and brood frames with honey on top. They're just kind of excess. I have the hives all oriented for the winter the way I want them. So I want to play musical frames and swap these frames out for other frames in there and sweep these off, all that stuff. So we're just letting them clean it all out. There's probably 20 pounds of honey in there. So they're very, very excited about getting it. But right now, where I am, where I want to be as far as my mite treatments and my mite control and my numbers. And the winter brood nest is just now being laid. They're probably about a week, maybe 2 weeks into the first batch of winter brood. So I really don't want to have a mite problem occur from this. So what I did, which I've never done before, I had some Formic Pro that was going to be, it's still good now, but it was going to be expired by the time I would need it next year. So I put some Formic Pro in there. And I had three strips, right? So I have 2 down bottom. Now those 2 were actually used in another hive for about 2 days, and then I was that other hive isn't going to make it. So the other hive had a real mite problem. There's deformed wing virus. It was a last-ditch effort, so I put the 2 Formic Pro strips in that hive. Over 2 days, they had probably 5,000 bees die. So I have them squished down to nuke size, and it is what it is with them. So anyways, I took those 2-day-old formic acids, I put them down bottom, and then I had 1 left over from when I did a single formic strip treatment. And so that's up top. So I have a little bit of extra ventilation going because they're not going to be fanning it as normal, and I don't want them to go in there and die. Right, so we have a lot of extra ventilation compared to normal, especially since we have 1 fresh strip up top and 2 2-day-old strips down bottom. So we don't want dead bees, but we don't want mites to be coming out of this. You know, I don't know if there's any wild hives. I know I had 2 swarms get away from me this year. They might still be alive, and they might be just mite bombing it out in the woods. And if they're here joining in the festivities, I don't want their mites. So we'll see how it works, because this bottom board was clean when I put it here, and after this is all said and done, I'll go through and just kind of see if and how many mites there are. And that's that.